Hi everyone, this is TJS and I'm going to give you a bit of a walkthrough how to use the forum, as I know many new members find it a bit daunting and a bit confusing what does what and how to do what. So here we go. Firstly, the first thing you want to do once you've joined the forum is check out the rules, and that can be found here in the main menu at the top. There's a few listed there. You want to start off with this one, the top one there. You want to read through all these rules, make sure you understand them, especially before you go posting and commenting and whatnot. Alright, back to the main menu. You've got announcements, which will tell you the latest news. Your other subjects are, as you can see, general discussion, strategy, guild discussion. This is for leaders that want to recruit new members for their guilds, or players looking for guilds. I'll just quickly click on that. There's the guild recruitment, and you'll have a list of different guilds looking for members, and the players looking for guilds. And this is where you can post a new discussion, just like clicking there, and you can post your name and what sort of guild you're looking for, etc. Going back to the main menu, you've got your video vault that you'll find videos and weekend event videos, etc. Check-in thread corner, I'll tell you about that, a bit more about that later. Suggestions and ideas, game issues, bug reports, off-topic discussion, and TV show discussion. One of the features that a lot of people don't seem to use a lot is the search feature. Often you can search for the answers you're looking for by clicking on the little magnifying glass there, and you can type in anything you want. For example, you might be wondering about legendary badges, so if we just type in legendary badges and just go there, it'll come up with multiple different threads and comments that include those keywords, and you can click on any of them to have a bit of a read and perhaps find the answers you're looking for, rather than creating a new thread. The answer is probably there somewhere. Back to the main menu. You can click on this button at the top left there, and this will show you categories, which will take you back to the screen I was just at. Discussions, which will show you all the discussions that are currently going on, and you can see there one new on the Aaron tokens and etc. That means there's a new post that I haven't read, and you might see more numbers on some of these if you haven't read them. Going back there, you've got activity. I'll just click on that. That shows recent activity of what people have been doing in the forum, what badges they might have received, and I'll get into badges a bit later. TJS, that's me, obviously. The little number next to my name indicates that I've got 32 notifications. You get notifications when someone might tag you in a post or comment in a thread that you've created. I'll just click on TJS there, and you can see you get a score for different likes and awesomes and that sort of thing. I'll go a little bit more into that later, but for example, you can click on any one of these. I'll click on my LOLs, laugh out louds, and these are people who have laughed at certain posts I've made, and you can click on any one of those and scroll down and see who's reacted to your posts. You've got inbox here, that'll show you any private messages. I won't click into that, it's a bit private. You've got bookmarks. You can save some bookmarks, and I'll show you how to do that shortly. Sign out, obviously, but perhaps you wouldn't want to do that. You can change your password and preferences, and social quote settings, all that sort of stuff. It's probably something you don't want to worry too much about, being new to the forum. You can go into your profile by clicking on your name, and one of the things you might want to do is change your picture, customize your picture just by clicking on change picture there. You can then upload a picture of your own. Underneath that, again, you've got activity, notifications, discussions, which are threads you've created, comments which you've made, inbox again, and you can collect these badges. I'll go a bit more into badges a little bit later, how you get them. Some badges are for multiple likes, multiple laughs, etc. You can also get badges from going back to categories. If you click in check-in thread corner, you can post a picture here of any one of these things you've completed. And just for example, I'll click on the distance thread. Now, if you complete the distance, you take a screenshot, and you can post that here as this player's done, and multiple other players. And you'll receive a badge that'll show up in your profile. Going back to my profile, you can see the different badges, and there's the distance badge and other badges for completing season missions and whatnot. You don't really get any benefit from badges or points, or I guess it's a bit of a self gratification for your achievements, I guess. Going back to categories, like I said, you can search for what you might want to be looking for, or you can we'll go into general discussion. If you can't find what you're looking for, you might want to start a new discussion. Just by clicking on new discussion, you can create your own title, and I'll just go back, create a new discussion. It's not doing what I want it to do. By clicking on this arrow, you can create a new discussion, a new poll, a new question, ask a question. If you go into discussions are, like I said, all the discussions that are going on. Now, if you start a new discussion here, you can click that button and choose what category. Now I'm just gonna, for an example, create a off-topic discussion, and I'll title this example thread, and I'll just post in here thread is now I can post that. You can also add your own picture by clicking the little picture icon here. You can add smiley faces and whatnot. Anyway, I'll post that discussion. Example thread. Now if we go back into discussions, you'll see that thread is now there, and we can click on that and we can comment, and you can disagree with something, which I don't recommend doing unless absolutely necessary. You can agree on a post, you can awesome a post, you can laugh at a post just by clicking these little icons, like. You can also flag a post. Now flag is for a post you see that's inappropriate or offensive in some way, or offensive to you. By clicking the report, you can then give your reason why you believe this is inappropriate, and then submit that, and admin will look over it and get back to you, or take the thread down, or whatnot, see if there is actually really something wrong there. You can also quote. By pressing quote, your comment begins with the person you've just quoted's comment, and you can write underneath that. You can quote against your own comments, or you can quote against others. You can also tag other people by pressing the hash, not the hash, the @ and then just by typing in someone's name, we'll type in the lead moderator, which is Fear of a Bot Planet, and see, it will come up with a list of all different names that are starting off there, and I can click on that, and that'll tag him. Now if I post that comment, he'll get a little message saying you've been tagged in this post, and he'll read it. As I said, he's the lead moderator. You've got admin staff, which is TZ. He's someone you might want to contact if you have a serious question on the game. You can also PM these people through your inbox, sending them a direct message, and they'll usually get back to you in due time. You've got other mods that you can use to perhaps close a thread or whatnot. Zbot's often around. You have another one called Mad Puppy. David is another one, David /H79. These are all moderators. Now you can ask them for help or ask them to close a thread or whatever. And I'll do that because I don't want this thread open anymore. So I'll just write to them, can you please close this thread for me? I'm using it for an example. And it's a good idea just to thank them. And in due course, they will close that thread for you. You can only close a thread if you're the one that's created it. And I'll go ahead and post that. And shortly that thread will be closed. If I go back into discussions, you'll see some of these threads have already been closed. You can see the close icon there. If I scroll down, let's perhaps go to page 2. You can see some of these threads have already been closed. And the person that's created those threads has usually closed them, or a mod perhaps has closed them for other reasons. Going back, you can also post pictures, like I mentioned. Let's just go back into discussions. Now that thread's probably still open. Now I can post a picture by clicking this button. You can enter the URL, or you can choose a file and upload a file. Now what I suggest is, if you want to post a picture, it will come out as a thumb tag. You want it to come out nice so everybody can see it. So by choosing mobile version, as I'm using my mobile phone at the moment, now if I do a quick search, I'll just search one of my old threads. Now you only have to throw in a few keywords to do a search, and it will generally find, here's the thread I'm looking for. So if I just click on that, I created this some time ago to help players understand how to post pictures. Now these are thumbnails, like I said. You have to click on that to see what it is. These were examples on, you can look this thread up, but these are examples I've given how to post pictures. I got some advice from other players on how to improve that. And as you see here, this picture I've posted here is a full screenshot, not a thumbnail like these ones other people have posted. Here's another thumbnail, here's a full picture. Now, like I said, by clicking here and using the desktop site, before you post a picture, you'll get that by clicking the picture there, upload a picture. It'll look more like this one you can see here, and not a little thumbnail that someone has to click on like these ones, which can be a bit annoying. Now I'll go back to main menu. As I mentioned before, reading the rules is a good idea, and you'll find in these rules mentioned, like I said, TZ, forum admin, Fear of a Bot Planet, the lead moderator. These guys are quite helpful, and also the other moderators I've mentioned. going back into my... Actually, I'll go back into discussions. I'll show you how to bookmark my thread still open, and somebody's actually posted something. Let's have a look. Someone's made a joke and said, "I promise not to comment," and I'll laugh at that. Now, see this little star up here? If I click on that, you'll see it's now lit or full. Now, if I click on my bookmarks, you'll see I've now got this bookmarked. I've got someone else commenting here, and so you'll get a little message on your screen letting you know someone's commented on your thread. So let's just click on that thread again while a little bit of fun's going on. And this person's posted a funny picture, so we'll laugh at that. There's always good humour in the forum. You've got a lot of people that will help with your questions. Rarely will you get any abuse or any negativity, and like I said, you can always flag that, and somebody will look at it for you and see if there's something inappropriate has happened. And if somebody's threatening or trolling you or stuff like that, they can get warned, or they can even get banned. So people pretty much behave. Now I think I've gone through most of what I wanted to explain. Like I said, yeah, I've said about the changing your picture. See, if I click on discussions, this is going to show me all the threads that I've created. And if I was to click on comments, it's going to show you all different comments I've created. Now we'll just go back to the discussions, and you'll see the first one that'll come up is that new thread I've just created, the example thread, and you can click on that to go directly there. Going back to categories now. This can be TV show discussion. This can be good if you follow the TV show. People make comments about the TV show, and if you want to be up to date, again, you'll find in the rules no spoilers. It's something uncool to do, and that's the pretty well basics of the forum. Like I said, if you tag one of the staff members or mods, they'll be happy to help you. And even by tagging some of the other members, they'll be happy to help you with any questions you have. I hope this helps you guide through the forum a bit easier. And you're welcome to tag me and ask me for any more help. Right, hope you enjoyed the video, everyone, and hope you learnt something. God bless. TJ out.